Hey everyone, ready to dive into the world of product creators? We're going to help you ace that interview.
Yeah, we're going deep with RoleCatcher's guides. They've got some amazing info.
It's about more than just checking boxes, right?
Mm.
It's about ensuring quality in everything from the clothes we wear.
To the food we eat, even the tech we use.
Exactly. And you know what? This job might be more creative than people think.
It's true. Think about it. Product graders are like detectives, searching for those tiny details.
They're the unsung heroes of quality, making sure everything meets the highest standards.
And companies are really starting to prioritize quality.
Absolutely. With sustainability and ethical production becoming so important, product creators are in high demand.
Yeah, they're the gatekeepers of those values.
Okay, so let's put ourselves in the hot seat. You're in the interview.
And the interviewer says, how do you ensure a product meets quality standards?
That's question one from RoleCatcher, and it's a classic.
Definitely a classic.
This is your chance to shine, show them your process, how detail-oriented you are.
Don't just give a vague answer, like, I check for defects.
Right. Instead, walk them through a real example. Get specific.
Let's say you're inspecting smartphones. What tools would you use?
What are the key things you're looking for?
Show them you understand the nitty-gritty.
So instead of saying, I check for defects, you might say,
I use a digital micrometer to measure the phone casing, making sure it's within the tolerances.
yes. Be precise given those details.
And you can take it up a notch.
Ah,
Mention a specific quality control procedure, something like ISO 9001.
or maybe an internal protocol you used at a previous job.
Showing you understand the framework of quality control, that's gold.
And here's where RoleCatcher's AI can really help.
Oh yeah, their AI is fantastic for tailoring your responses.
So if you're applying to a company that makes electronics,
RoleCatcher will suggest industry-specific examples.
even the right terminology to use in your answer.
It's like having a secret weapon for your interview prep.
All right, question number two, the interviewer asks,
How do you prioritize when you have to grade multiple products quickly?
time management, essential skill in any job.
Especially in a fast-paced role like this one.
Here, you showcase how organized you are. Maybe you use a Kanban board.
Or an urgency impact matrix, to decide what gets graded first.
And don't forget to mention any software you've used to streamline the grading.
They want to see you're tech savvy.
Exactly. Maybe you've worked with a database that flags potential issues automatically.
That kind of experience shows you can handle a high volume of products efficiently.
Now, be ready for a follow-up question here. Something like,
Tell me about a time you had to juggle multiple deadlines. How'd you manage?
have a story ready. A specific example always makes a stronger answer.
Okay, moving on to question 3.
This one's all about showcasing your analytical skills.
The interviewer asks, how do you spot defects, those deviations from the standards?
It's more than just having good eyesight. They want to understand your approach.
Right, so walk them through it.
What are the signs that something's off?
What tools do you use to get a closer look? Is it visual inspection?
Maybe you take specific measurements, explain your process.
And think about industry standards. Are there specific defect classifications you know?
Mention those. Show them you have a solid foundation in quality control.
Don't just wing it. Demonstrate that expertise.
And again, RoleCatcher can be super helpful here.
Their database is amazing. You can research common defects for any role.
And learn the right terminology. It'll make you sound like a seasoned pro.
All right, ready for question 4?
Hit me with it.
They ask, how do you stay consistent, across different products and batches?
Consistency is key, right? You don't want to be known as the easy grader or the nitpicky one.
You got it. So how do you avoid that subjectivity? This is where those standards and guidelines we talked about come in handy. You don't want to just rely on gut feeling.
Right. Having a system is key.
Exactly. So are you following equal sampling plans?
Or maybe your company has its own internal rubric.
Let the interviewer know you have a process. You're not just winging it.
Speaking of processes, question 5 is all about communication.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
How do you communicate your grading results?
You're the bridge between production and everyone else who needs to know about quality.
You have to be clear and concise, whether it's a written report.
Or a quick verbal update, or even a presentation.
You need to tailor your style to the audience.
Absolutely. Different folks need different information.
And RoleCatcher's AI can actually analyze your writing.
Really?
Yeah, it can flag any jargon that might confuse someone outside of quality control.
That's so helpful. It's like having an editor who specializes in quality control communication.
Okay, question 6 keeps us on our toes, always learning.
Right, staying ahead of the curve.
The interviewer asks, How do you stay up to date with industry trends and best practices?
That's a good one.
The quality control world is constantly evolving.
So how do you keep learning? There are tons of resources out there.
Like industry publications, webinars, online courses.
And professional organizations.
Actually, RoleCatcher's Career Guide lists some quality control-specific organizations.
Oh, nice. Mentioning those shows you've done your homework.
And those organizations often offer certifications.
Certifications are great for boosting your credibility.
It shows you're invested in professional development.
The interviewer wants to see that commitment.
And they might even ask a follow-up question like,
What's a recent industry trend you've learned about, and how does it impact your work?
so be prepared to discuss something specific.
Okay, question 7. This one's about conflict resolution.
Oh, those can be tricky.
The interviewer wants to know, how do you handle conflicts, disagreements with the production team?
Because, let's be honest, sometimes you have to deliver bad news.
And nobody likes bad news.
But it's how you handle it that matters.
Right. They're looking for someone who can listen, communicate clearly.
And find solutions that work for everyone, not someone who's inflexible.
Think about a specific example from your past. Maybe a disagreement about a defect.
How did you balance quality standards with production efficiency?
Walk them through your process. Show them you can navigate those tough conversations.
And this is another area where RoleCatcher's AI shines.
Oh, yeah. How so?
You can practice your response, record yourself answering the question.
And get feedback on your tone of voice, your body language.
You want to come across as confident, but also empathetic.
It's a delicate balance.
Okay, let's tackle a question that often throws people off.
Ooh, I like a challenge.
How do you approach grading products with unique or complex features?
That's a good one. Testing your adaptability.
They want to see how you think on your feet, apply your knowledge to new situations.
Maybe it's a product you've never seen before.
Or there's new technology involved. What's your approach?
Would you consult with engineers?
Or refer to specialized documentation.
Maybe even conduct some experiments.
It's all about demonstrating your resourcefulness.
And your willingness to learn new things.
And remember, RoleCatcher's database is a goldmine of information.
Use it to research products, industry standards.
Even find examples of how other product graders have tackled similar challenges.
Okay, question 10 brings us back to the big picture.
The interviewer asks, how do you ensure the grading process aligns with the company's goals?
They want to know you're not just a grading machine.
That you understand the why behind the what.
So how do your tasks, your findings, contribute to those goals?
Maybe it's about increasing customer satisfaction, reducing waste, improving efficiency.
It all ties back to the company's success.
Maybe you can even share an example of a time you went above and beyond.
Like identifying a bottleneck in the production process.
Or suggesting a change to the grading criteria that saved the company money.
Those stories demonstrate your value.
And show that you're committed to the company's success.
And don't forget, you can use RoleCatcher to research the specific company you're interviewing with.
Find out their core values, their strategic priorities.
And tailor your responses to show you understand their unique goals.
Okay, we've covered 10 tough interview questions.
That was intense.
But we're not done yet. There's more to discuss in this deep dive.
Oh, what else is there?
Remember, this is about more than just acing the interview.
Right, it's about setting yourself up for a successful career.
So let's shift gears and talk about what you can expect once you land that product grader role.
Okay, I like where this is going.
RoleCatcher's Career Guide dives into some interesting pathways for growth.
So it's not just about staying in the same role forever.
Exactly. There's room to grow, to specialize.
You could become a quality control supervisor, even a manager.
Or maybe you become passionate about a specific product or industry.
I can see it now. Someone starts as a product grader for a clothing company.
And then becomes a specialist in textile quality. Maybe even develops new testing methods.
That's awesome.
Throughout your journey, remember, continuous learning is key.
Never stop learning, right?
Attend industry events, read publications, connect with other professionals.
Actually, RoleCatcher can connect you with other product raters and quality control experts.
Oh, that's cool. It's like a network for quality control pros.
And speaking of learning from the best, let's revisit RoleCatcher's AI tools.
One last time. They can make a big difference in your prep.
Especially practicing your answers out loud, that's crucial.
And with RoleCatcher, you get feedback on everything, your content, your delivery.
It's like having a mock interview with an expert who knows exactly what hiring managers are looking for.
Okay, as you head into your interview, remember a few key takeaways.
Like what?
Be specific. Don't just say you're good at something, show them.
Give concrete examples. Use industry-specific terminology.
Second, highlight those problem-solving skills.
Product graders face challenges all the time.
So showcase your ability to think critically, analyze situations, and find solutions.
Be the problem solver they need.
And third, let your passion for quality control shine through.
Yes, enthusiasm is contagious.
Interviewers want to see that you're genuinely interested in this field.
That you're committed to upholding those high standards.
Well said. One final thought before we wrap up.
Okay, hit me with it.
Think about the specific quality control challenges that you find most interesting.
Like what?
Are you passionate about sustainability?
Or finding those really tricky defects.
Whatever it is, let that passion come through in your answers.
Because when you're genuinely excited about the work, it shows.
So to all you aspiring product graders out there, best of luck in your interviews.
We're rooting for you.
Remember the tips we discussed? Use those amazing RoleCatcher resources.
And go make a positive impact on the world of quality control.
That's a wrap. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Oh, what else is there?
Remember, this is about more than just acing the interview. It's about setting yourself up for a successful career in this field.
Okay, I like where this is going.
So let's shift gears a bit and talk about what you can expect once you land that product grader role.
All right.
RoleCatcher's career guide actually dives into some really interesting pathways.
So it's not just about staying in the same role forever.
Exactly. There's definitely room to grow and specialize.
So what are some of those pathways?
Well, you could move into a leadership position.
Oh, like becoming a supervisor or manager.
Exactly. Or maybe you find yourself getting really passionate about a specific type of product.
Ooh, yeah, like a certain industry.
I'm picturing someone starting as a product grader for, I don't know, a clothing company.
Okay.
And then they become a specialist in textile quality, maybe even develop new testing methods.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And throughout your journey, remember, continuous learning is so important.
Never stop learning, right?
Attend those industry events, read publications, connect with other professionals.
Actually, RoleCatcher can connect you with other product graders and quality control experts in your field.
Oh, that's amazing. It's like a network for quality control pros.
Yeah, exactly.
And speaking of learning from the best, let's circle back to RoleCatcher's AI-powered tools one last time.
Oh.
They really can make a huge difference in your interview prep.
I can't emphasize enough how valuable it is to practice your answers out loud. And RoleCatcher lets you do just that and get feedback on everything.
Content delivery, the whole 9 yards.
It's like having a mock interview with an expert, you know?
Someone who knows exactly what those hiring managers are looking for.
Exactly.
So as you head into your interview, remember a few key takeaways.
Okay, shoot.
First, be specific. Don't just tell them you're good at something. Show them.
Yeah, back it up with example.
Give concrete examples.
Yeah.
Reference those specific tools and techniques.
Use industry-specific terminology.
Show them you know your stuff.
All right, what's the second takeaway?
Second, highlight your problem-solving skills.
Okay.
Product graders face challenges all the time, right?
Right.
So showcase your ability to think critically, analyze those situations, and come up with solutions.
Be the problem solver they need.
And third, let your passion for quality control shine through.
Yes, enthusiasm is contagious.
Interviewers want to see that you're genuinely interested in this field, you know?
Yeah, they want to see that spark.
That you're committed to upholding those high standards.
Well said. And one final thought before we wrap up.
Okay, hit me with it.
As you prepare for your interview, think about the specific quality control challenges that you find most interesting, you know?
Like, what gets you excited?
Are you passionate about sustainability?
Do you love the challenge of finding those really tricky defects?
Whatever it is, let that passion come through in your answers.
Because when you're genuinely excited about the work, it shows.
It really does.
So to all you aspiring product graders out there, best of luck in your interviews.
We're rooting for you.
Remember, the tips we've discussed today, use those amazing resources RoleCatcher has to offer, and go out there and make a positive impact on the world of quality control.
Yes, go get them.
That's a wrap for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.